What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Samson, and in today's video we have probably one of the most insane cars that I've had on the channel in a long time. I know we've taken a bit of a hiatus, but we are back and better with this 2023 Dodge Demon 170. Now, many of you may be familiar with the entire last call lineup that Dodge has had. We've done reviews on Swingers, we've done reviews on Super Bs, we've done reviews on the Shakedown. And the only thing I think I haven't had, aside from this 170, is the Black Ghost, which I will try to get on the channel for you guys pretty soon. And when it comes to the Dodge Demon, the 2023 model, a little bit revised, power-wise especially, from the 2018 model. You also notice a little bit of subtle differences with this Dodge Demon model as compared to the previous one. One of the cool things about this model in particular is they're only making 3,300 units, 3,040 US, 300 for Canada. So 3,300 units for the entire North Americas. And that is an absolutely insane low production number to have on this particular car. Now in today's video, we won't be able to go fully in depth because this is a owner car. And so we won't be able to get on the inside, but I would definitely pop the hood, show you guys that insane Demon motor, that 1,025 horsepower that you get out of this car. We're going to go over some of the features, some of the things that I like about it, some of the things I think that you guys will definitely like about it. But just like that, guys, let's get into the video. Now, coming to the front of this Demon, we're looking at probably one of the more intimidating angles of this car. As you guys can see, just like all the other Challengers, you do get a very wide, a very square, rectangular body in the front. Except with this Demon, you do get this absolutely insanely large hood bulge. You do get this air grabber hood, which helps bring all that air that you're getting from outside, and it forces it into the intake. And this hood bulge is always synonymous with the Demon. You cannot get this hood on any other of your Challenger models. It only comes with the Demon. Absolutely insane bulge with this hood, and you don't have to take the blue pill or stuff any socks anywhere to get this particular bulge. Coming down to the front, you do get your halo headlights, as you guys are accustomed to. And of course, with the Demon, everything is functional. You do get the openings on the center two lights, helping bring air into the engine bay to help cool it, as well as add the extra performance. Coming down to the bottom, of course, you do get this revised front splitter for the front of this car. Absolutely beautiful thing to see. Now, if you guys can remember, the Demon is primarily a drag strip car. It's not typically used for track days, but you do get this splitter to help give you a little bit of downforce going down that drag strip. Absolutely love the color on this car as well. It's absolutely beautiful purple, a little bit of metallic in the paint as well. You do get that that purple to the black, to the purple to the black, just an absolutely beautiful transition in colors. Of course, you get this massive front grille with the SRT badge over there on the far left-hand side. Now, one thing that I find a little bit interesting about the Demon as compared to your Hellcats is with the Demon, you only get the SRT script. As with your Hellcats, you do normally get your SRT with your little Hellcat logo as well. Yes, they could add the Demon logo to the SRT script. They just choose not to. A little bit of a Easter egg, a little bit of an interesting point on this car. Absolutely massive grille on the bottom as well, just bringing in all the globs of air into the front of this car. Now, one subtle difference that you'll notice from the 2018 Demon is that the front of this Demon actually has a narrow body design setup. With the Demon from 2018, you did get that wide body setup, and with this one, just to save a little bit on weight, they do give you the narrow body. I think they save something like around 16 pounds of weight with the narrow body because you don't have to fit as wide of tires, make everything as wide. As far as the front goes, you do get these 18-inch rims with 245 on the width for the tire. Absolutely beautiful set of Mickey Thompsons on the front. Now, you guys may be familiar with the previous Demon model. You did get a set of skinnies and a Demon crate with your Demon. This one right here, it's not the same. They do give you these fat boys on the front as well as the back. You do also get 4 piston calipers on this Demon. Now, a lot of cars come with 6 pistons, but when your main goal is to save weight, you can shed a little bit for your braking. You also get a two-piece rotor design with that aluminum hat in the center that also helps save weight and help with weight transfer from the front of this car to the rear. Of course, coming down the side of your Challenger Demon, of course, you're going to get similar styling as you're accustomed to seeing on the rest of your Challengers. One main difference on this one is you do get that absolutely beautiful black Demon badge right here on this front fender. You do get that 170 right here on the neck of this Demon, almost like a tattoo right there biting you right on the neck. And one thing about this particular badge is you do get that little yellow jewel in the center of that Demon eye. And that's because this Demon does run on E85, which we will go over a little bit more depth later on in the video. Coming to the rear of this car, as you guys can tell, you do get a similar setup as with your other Challenger performance models. Now, one thing that's very, very unique about this particular Demon is that it does come with a sunroof. Now, that may be a little bit hard to see initially because I love the color scheme of how you do have the purple, but you do have that black, that flat black that runs the entirety of the top of the car from the hood to the roof to the rear trunk lid. But you do have a sunroof on this one, which is absolutely amazing. I can expect you have a real good time in this car with the sunroof open on a Saturday. Coming to the back, you do get a bit of a drag setup with your spoiler. Coming to the back, you do get a bit of a drag setup with your spoiler. So with most of your Challenger models, the spoiler is going to sit a little bit up higher and it's not going to be as long or wide in this case. With this one, it is a little bit lower, a little bit sleeker, just to give you a little bit of a kick. And you also do have the somewhat of a dive plane on each end of the spoiler. Absolutely lovely setup. Now coming to the rear, like I mentioned, you do still get the same general Challenger setup to the rear of your car. You do get your Dodge script in black as well as piano black all around the tail lights. Absolutely love the exhaust setup for this car. Now, every now and then, I do wish that Dodge did go with circular tips for these Challenger models, especially whenever it's a little bit more of a higher class model. However, I can understand it with the entirety of this car being a square body, being very muscle oriented. I can understand these rectangular exhaust tips, that diffuser that you get in the back with that flat black. Just an overall lovely setup. You do get your rear backup camera integrated into your spoiler as well. For your wheel and tire setup, of course, they're giving you some absolutely meaty tires on the back to try to help with grip. You're looking at about 315 on the width, 17-inch rims. Of course, you do get that 4-piston caliper to help with this stopping power. Now, one thing that's different on the back, different from the front, is that you do still get that wide body setup in the rear. As you guys can see the fender flares. And so it ends up just looking like an overall just insanely sinister muscle car look from the rear. Just like that, guys, how about we go ahead, take a look under the hood, talk about some of the performance numbers that you get on this Challenger Demon 170. All right, guys, so getting close and personal up under the hood of this Demon 170, absolutely insane engine bay. You guys can see this motor really is crammed in here. There's not a whole lot of space for anything, but you were looking at a 6.2 liter supercharged V8 engine. This one right here in particular, pushing out on E85 in particular, 1,025 horsepower and 945 pound-feet of torque. Now, if you don't have E85 in your location, or if you just want to run it on just straight 93, which some people also call E10, you can still get 900 horsepower and 810 pound-feet of torque out of this insanely beautiful engine. Now, this is mounted to a 8-speed automatic transmission. You do get those very quick lightning shifts on this car. Now, when it comes to the supercharger, you don't get your same standard aluminum look supercharger like you get on your Hellcat. You do get that beautiful Demon badge up there at the top. As you guys can see, this one right here hasn't even been uncovered. You do get that satin black look on top of the supercharger, and the supercharger is 3 liters, which is absolutely insanely massive for a supercharger. And with that 3-liter supercharger, that 3-inch pulley, you do end up producing around 21 pounds of boost, which is absolutely insane to be pushing out of an engine. With your Demon 170, you do also get a 105 millimeter throttle body. Just an absolutely beautiful spec to this engine bay. You do see that you do get your black valve covers with your Demon instead of your reds like you normally get on your Hellcats. Not many people are going to get to see this engine bay. Now, when it comes to the hood, you do have the air grabber hood, and you can see over there where that opening comes down onto the intake to help force all that air into the intake. Now, like I mentioned, this is a last call edition. So you do end up getting your last call badging right there on the front section of this engine bay. You do still get your same AC air charge system in which you actually end up cooling the air that's coming through your supercharger by using your AC. Just very, very cool technology that goes into this Demon, and probably one of the highest performance cars that's ever going to be made out of an American company, period. All right, guys, so now before we close out the video, one thing I do want to show you guys is the keys. So with the Demon, you do only get 2 red keys, no regular key with this particular vehicle. They want you to use all the performance all the time. And so you do only get 2 red keys. One thing that I find very, very cool is that these are Demon specific and that the M in the center is red. It looks very, very sleek, very, very cool. And the quality on these actually feels very, very good as well. Real nice materials, and you can't hardly go wrong whenever you have 2 red keys, guys. In concluding this review, one thing that I should mention to you guys is the window sticker. Now, this particular example of the Demon 170 has a window sticker total price of $133,000, which is absolutely insane. Now, when it comes to the Demon, of course, that's understandable. But nevertheless, guys, $133,000 for this Dodge Demon 170. Absolutely insane price for an insane car. You can see it does have some really, really expensive options. The sunroof alone was a $10,000 option, along with the little gimmicks and stuff like with the black on the hood as well as the rest of the vehicle, around the $3,000 option. So just stuff like that has bumped the price up on this Demon. Absolutely insane. Now, I know we didn't go on the inside of this car. This is a customer car, like I mentioned, and so not really trying to do too much on the inside, scratch up anything. But when it comes to the inside, it is like all your other Challengers, same seats except for Demon specific logos embossed in the leather, but you do get black seats on the inside of this one. This one in particular is a 901 serial number, which is absolutely insane. Now, one thing that I do dislike a little bit about the Demons, 2 things. I don't believe they're going to be driven as much as they should be. A lot of these people that end up getting them probably will just put them away in the garage. You won't really get to see them out on the road too often, which is a little disappointing. Hopefully you'll be able to see them at some of the car events, but nevertheless, don't think you're going to see them on the road too often. And one more thing is, I wish that Dodge had have made at least a certain amount of the Demons with a manual transmission. Would have been absolutely awesome, being able to roll your own gears with over 1,000 horsepower in a production car. Dodge does make other examples of the Challenger in a manual. They decided not to do it with the Demon, but nevertheless, guys, the interior is similar to other cars that I've reviewed, similar to other Challengers. The only thing that is different is the seats are Demon specific, and you do get a Demon badge right here on your center, on your dash for the passenger side. But just like that, guys, that is a wrap for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you think this Demon is better than the 2018 Demon, or what are your thoughts on it in total. Thank you guys for joining, and I'll catch you guys in the next time. Peace.